Hello there. I know it is starting soon, but yeah, how about we start as well? We've got two plushes from first, like on the screen at the same time. Well, I had it, which is like rare. I don't think this ever happened. So good job on redeeming first and second. Okay, so what do we have here? Alright, declare. We need to fix this. So how can I really, how can I check what the def is? I need some sort of vanilla. And then a way to convert it. Compiler panicked. Oh right, it's because definitions. Where's the prints? Where's the debugs? Oh, here we go. This we've got this, we've got this, we've got this, we've got main and print. That's the most important parts. Okay, good. How do we get a function from this? Ruby. Ruby's on the screen. You wanna punch somebody? Okay, fine. Hold on. That's the wrong one. This one. Yeah, it's different. Oh, come on. I did not mean to land it. Oh. Okay, well, you punched me. My turn. You're so under level. Oh, wow, it's shaking. Flat. Do you actually have Ruby in your team? I don't think you have Ruby on your team. You need to catch it at least, come on. Oh my god, why is it lagging so much? Huh. It might have been LSP. Okay, let's go to docs rs rusty. Let's go. Yeah, I have many. Get on the leaderboard. Penguin operator, you need to get on the leaderboard. Flee, you fled. Why did you flee? You could have ended me easily. You need to get on the leaderboard, you need to catch some plushes. I mean, I can actually check. Punch. You can't punch with no plushes. Yeah, you're not here. You don't have a single plushie cut. How can you not have a single plushie? Okay, let's go to here. And let's look for def ID, I don't know. Okay, actually def ID. Like that. In parameters. Rust. Yeah, Rust is here. Um, many plushes are here. Okay, you may punch me. Why does the message... Why did the message not come through, huh? Oh wait, that's because it doesn't show up, right? So yeah. Well, whatever. I'm just gonna leave it as is. That was a single punch after all. Okay, great item. Ooh, wait, that's interesting. That's a struct. Body, has body, span, kind. And you can do a kind. Rust magically disappeared. Because you don't have rust. You did not catch it. So you may catch any plushie you want, as long as it's on screen and not owned by somebody. But you need to have a plushie yourself for that. Well, you can use whatever temporary that disappears. I'm not doing a great job at it. Not explaining. So here's Ruby, you have like a minute to catch it. Go on. Well, now you need to punch a few times and try catching it. Okay, what's wrong? Was created not there? I'm like Rust C public, and I'm not using any of it. I don't have it. I should actually use more of Rust C public. Well, Ruby disappeared. I'm gonna give you another chance. But Zeke's gonna disappear soon as well. Here we go. Okay, so I should use Rust C public APIs more often. Come on. Type context. In Rust C. Well, I need it in Rust C public though. It's not there. Key breach. It's not there. Yeah, can be bothered. Hold on, did I? Oh, I totally forgot to click this. Okay, now, yeah, I'll not worry about this. Create item new. Ah. I mean, I can just do this, I guess. Hold on. No, I can't. public create item takes def ID and will head the function new. Oh, there's a trait implemented for it. But like, it should still. Wait, do we have? Yes, def. Oh, it's local. Okay, so no item kind. Let's just debug it. We'll be back, okay. See you soon then. Okay, what's wrong? Expected RC public, founders span. Oh my god. Why? Okay, def ID. Okay, let's see kind. With context, item kind, huh? Sure, TCX. Item. Yeah, no, that doesn't work. That doesn't work quite like this. Let's see. In parameters. Of course, it's last load. Overflowed. Okay, let's skip RC public section then. Metadata Rust doc. Infer middle. Treat HAR. Expect local discrete root, new unchecked. Name stuff. Overlap mode. Unevaluated const new. Well, there's name. FN kind. Actually, open this. Parent is local is straight to index. Is static. Whatever this is. Okay, actually, is const FN, for example. There's the random one. Let's pick inside. Def kind. It was that simple. Well, actually, hi Mizzy. Well, it's pretty much midday, 4:30 p.m. Doing good, I guess. Kind. Give me the code. Okay, assume it's this parent. Okay, this does not help. Okay, I can do def kind. It's like it doesn't provide any information. Well, it does provide some. But like, okay, fn. It's a function, good. Now, how do I actually get the function? Value namespace, fn const, huh? What Whatever. Non-macro attribute kind, huh? Well, there's static. Static somehow, for some reason, has mutability. Constructor, macro. Impel of Trade Bull. Article. Oh my god. A or N? Oh. NS. Serious namespace. None. Macro value. Okay. Dev pass data. Type namespace value and namespace. Okay, whatever. Like, actually, what do I do with this? Dev pass table. It's not very helpful. Oops. Did not mean to mess up the compiler. Okay, whatever. Can I get a body? Can I get a body from it? High frostbite. Hacking compilers just like before. Trying to figure out why Rust C is built this way. Trading pool of associated. What if I open this? It's just parent. Yeah, it's just parent. Associated parent. Not very helpful. Is exportable, is built and derived. Is. That's not helpful. I need to actually get something. Share body. Well, I can get a body this way, I guess. Instance MIR. That's not helpful. Maybe there's an item. Can I get an item from this? Or I guess instance kind. It's sluggy for some reason. Let's look up code gen part. This IK item kind C. And this is item ID. Yeah, item ID. Item ID, HER ID. Can I get this from def ID? In return types. A retro looking code editor. Well, it's a retro looking code editor, but it is a nice code editor and it is very modern. In fact, it is postmodern, I'm pretty sure. A postmodern text editor. So we are compiling the future. Look at that. It's just so great. Anyway, I recommend trying it. Item ID. Can I get an item from the ID? Well, maybe I can get an item ID from the ID. It's not helpful, not helpful, not helpful. It's a... No, it's different. It's the upgraded version of Cocoon. Well, Nano is garbage. VI is old. It's just very old. And nobody uses VI. Some people use Vim, most people use NeoVim. And yeah, Helix is just different. Oh wait, I was looking for an item. Or actually item ID. I assume this one. Wait, I can create item ID from def ID. Well, just install Vim or Helix. I would recommend installing Helix if you can, because it just has everything built in and you don't have to configure it much. Here. I'm gonna do that. Okay, so let's copy this actually. Do we have we do have everything here. So we can get an item from def ID. Good idea. Yeah, you're welcome. If you can't, instead of Nano you can use Micro, which I heard is better, but I never even tried it. And instead of VI you can obviously use Vim. I don't know how much better it is. I'm pretty sure it has much more things at least. Okay, item ID, alright. Wait, what? Red Hat servers. Don't have a Nano. Okay. Item ID, owner ID. Well, I guess I can make item ID out of owner ID. Can any def be turned into an item? Does the future look like? How does the future look like as I am designing it? It looks pretty bright. So bright, in fact, that I can't even see it. Okay, how can I get the owner ID? Can I not? Excuse me, Rust C. What? Oh, because I need to be body. Yeah, it's not very helpful. Okay. Go back into CodeGen. Let's go back into CodeGen again and look at those functions a few more times. I can't use definitions, but how do I use definition IDs? Of course. 14 items. Well, I guess I could go back and like just... So this does not include associated items of Wimple blocks and foreign items. Okay. Then I guess let's do them manually one by one. Hi, Camino. Making a time machine. Exactly. Time machine into the future. Since we can't go into past, because time doesn't like when we travel back in time. Let's go through 3 items manually. Then let's go through external items separately. Hey, oh, it's foreign. They're called foreign. And now, how do I... Where do I use foreign item ID? Item ID. Names in parameters. Okay, let's see. UI context. HR foreign item. And it's gonna return this. Which has a kind. It's either a fan, static, or type. Okay, good. It's HAR for item. Oh, also get ABI. Interesting. It's not a match item. Or actually item kind. Then there is spans, delay lines. Oh, there's an ident. Yeah, those don't matter. Okay, we have the signature. Function. Maybe we can work some open source projects. Sure. Open source is the future. I've been there. I've been there. Trust me. Why is so low energy? Okay, generics and this. All arguments are actually not present. Okay, so whatever this is, I guess this might be the path. Not sure. Foreign static item. Foreign type. I guess let's just match it. Is this as FIK? Um, yeah, to do that. And also gonna need impl items. Wait, there is parallel iterator. There are parallel iterators. Ooh, hold on. There are parallel iterators. Okay, so while this... Wait, how does it work? Wait, backend. Yeah, while this takes mutable backend, if I go into CodeGen, CodeGen here, I can probably use parallel iterators because backend is... Oh wait, backend is still mutable here. Never mind. But define function takes itself as a mutable, so I can turn backend into a mutable thing. Right. And so I can turn it into an immutable thing here. Right. And so then I can parallelize this whole thing. Does this work? Or did it not provide the specific one? R. Well, there's par items. Oh right, par items is for free items. So items, par items. And then we'll have impl items as well. Okay, fan item ID. Should result. Okay, sure. Oh wait, we can't do TCX HAR item, can we? Wait, that's not how it works here. And get rid of the for loop. Probably not gonna work like this though. Because of TCX. Oh, and return okay. Expected unit type wound result. Huh? Impl backend doesn't implement dynamic sync. Well, backend should be sync. Oh, okay, maybe not send, but sync at least. Oh, it works. Interesting. Okay, so parallel iteration. Hold on. This is interesting. This is... Here is... Okay, how to do it. How to do this. We'll copy this. Nope, it doesn't. We'll use into din sync sender, whatever. Put this. Let backend equals into din sync send. Din sync send. Whatever this is. Oh, it's a struct. And then I should be able to derive it. Right. Which is a little bit weird, to be honest. Sender sync into an instance of dynamic send and dynamic syncing. The compiler cannot infer it automatically in some cases. Example box of dynamic sensing. Okay. Missing docs? Sure. We'll work on docs at some point. Items, par, foreign items. I'll put a to do here. And then we'll have par impl items as well. And trait item. Do we need trait items? I don't think we need trait items. Oh, we might. I don't know. I don't know for sure. Okay. I'm also gonna move this above the foreign items just because. Well, actually, foreign function. So if I do simple, because we have this. Can I do that? And what will happen if I do? Cannot have a body. Well, that's exactly exactly what I was trying. Oh, sorry, YouTube chat did not update for me. Thinking building a download manager. GIMP is as good as Photoshop. I don't use Photoshop for. I haven't used Photoshop for forever, and well, it's not as good as Photoshop. It is most of the time. It is just fine. Well, I don't know. I don't do photo stuff much. Can't really tell. And yeah, download manager. I just use wget or Firefox. Like, what do you normally expect from a download manager? To put a lot of like URLs there, it's gonna be downloading in parallel and probably resuming on crash, trying to resume on crash, something like that. I guess. Like, I have tried once using a download manager. I'm pretty sure, but like, I know. I don't really know what it is. Oh my god, why is it in Chinese? Or Japanese or something? Can I get a screenshot? Well, I guess that's exactly what I described. Like, you just add URLs, it's gonna download them in parallel and or queue them and distribute probably most of them in parallel. And then if it crashes, it should probably resume. That's all you probably want from a download manager, right? Well, maybe it's also like unpacking, mirror handling. Like, well, you can't really do mirror handling stuff. I don't download stuff normally. Like, I have downloads in Firefox, that's all. That's enough. Like, I don't download as much to, like, need a manager for it. So just like a quick click download the link for a file, it downloads in 5 seconds and that's it. Or I use wget for like long time if I want to download an ISO or something. Anyway, let's see if this compiles. No. Cannot have a body. Wait, I did not save. Call to unsafe function cannot have a body. What do you mean? Oh wait. If I do extern append test. I'm gonna comment this and this out. Yeah, it does do external stuff. Okay. That's good to know. Now, what will happen to this? It will panic, right? Exactly. That's because in CodeGen foreign, that's not the right CodeGen. So I should probably do something like this. CodeGen. This. Don't need that. I'm also gonna leave to do all of these so that we have a more complete like list of to-dos. Okay, now this should in theory. Well, it's not gonna. It's gonna panic because here. Wait. Here. No, declare. Here. With to do. What are generics? How can you have generics on external functions? Okay, I guess. Idents. Debug. Idents. Event seek signature. Right. Signature and body. Well, signature is pretty easy to get. But body. I don't know if you can get body for the foreign function. Because you need names. Well, I need names. And I have no idea. Let's go to owner ID instead, then we'll have def ID literally here. Or to def ID. Declare function ccx. Wait, this requires local. For the time being at least. And backend. Actually, we can probably do this. Now let's see if it works. YouTube check. Because YouTube doesn't update by itself. Error. Internal compiler error. Body owned by HAR has no shit. What? Well, yeah, it doesn't, and it shouldn't, but like, why are you like this? Didn't even debug. Wait, they removed debug. Also, I muted again. No, I wonder. Okay, so I don't see the debug output again. Oh, here it is. Value. Oh, that's what idents are for. Oh my god. It's a signature. Early binder of polyfensig, and here it's just a fan signature. Yeah, I guess we need like to separate it. Well, I guess we can just do separately. Where foreign function will have a signature ident, back of ident. Qualify as. I have no idea which one it is. I'm gonna get rid of this. Good signature. HAR signature. Wait, but I want which one? I want the other signature. Okay, so I guess this, but idents instead of parameter names. Back of optional what? Great question. Name. Well, it's a symbol, right? Okay, no. So this is an option. Or no. Put name. Body params I. Okay, so where do we declare function? What does it have? Ident generics, body. Well, this has a body, and this has a signature. But this is the HAR signature, which we don't like. Okay. Body params. Wait, body is what? What is this? It's body ID, right? Okay, messy. It's messy. Well, actually, I should probably use the body thingy. Almost as if I actually do want to do a separate function for this. So for signature doesn't matter, so I can use regular def ID here. Let name it signature, let me params. So idents is a slice of optional idents. Why do I have scene? Hold on, what? Where's this pen? Right. And so here instead we'll do idents I. S str into YouTube check. Okay, so also here that's better. So here we'll do declare external or foreign function, which will also take idents. Oops. And also to def ID, I guess. Can I do to def ID? No. Owner to def ID. Oops. Okay, so this should work at least. That's a little more work than I'd like. Oh wow, it's been an hour. What have we done? Nothing. Well, now this will actually work, kind of. Oh, lazy git doesn't work, huh? Here it does. Oh wait, fnsig. What is this? Foreign items. Push. Leave this. Now. We probably need a little bit of docs. Clear a function by def ID. The function must have a body. Declare a foreign function. Well, I mean, I guess this does not have to be public. Names from the slice. Pools. Actually, public fine. Means foreign functions don't have a body. Okay, now. type from Rust Mayar to Orco. Pass declaration. Pass your backend as this type source. Declare all the items into the backend. See. Go to Liberus real quick. Also, why is it so low? Like, that's better. Also, camera is a little out of sync. Wait, starts in 2 minutes. Okay, so what do we use here? CCX, HER, create items. Oh, this actually does work. That's surprising. I did not expect it to work. Okay. So that's a to-do. Now. So those are backends. Those are frontends. And here's Orco. Generation part. Generation APIs to actually define functions. Generate code. Okay, now. So frontend seems to have a little fewer. Function code generation. This is majority of code gen. Or the majority. Okay, where's the declare function here? Copy this. You find all the items in using a bag and provide that. I'm actually gonna do this. Right, so use Cogent and declare and the backend itself. To define functions and items. Functions and other items. For generating bindings. Hi Nigel. You summoned Metami. I haven't seen Metami in a while. I'm pretty sure he said like that he's gonna take a break, quite a long break, like 5 months ago, and then disappeared. Yeah. Back at the time when I was writing the blog post, which I still am yet to finish. So yeah, hi. And Skyzook. I don't know how to pronounce that last letter. Over on the YouTube side, hi. Going well. No, just finishing some documentation. And Nigel, you're just in time for me to break the API you've been using to create your backend. How to stop all the rusty stuff? Double free or corruption? Oh wait, I thought double free or corruption was part of your message. And it's just chattery crashing. Okay, hold on. Let me just finish some docs. First PSA backend for Oracle. Okay, so fine. While the API is still not broken, I can test it. By the way, we've got declaration of functions here. Let me just stop. Thank you. Some docs. Because I'm gonna be too lazy to write them later. And even if I decide to rewrite everything, I can just delete the docs. Okay, so this, right? Oh, and the branch name. Feed backend JS Nigel Widrow Dev 1. Why is this so long? This branch 2 commits behind, right? Oh. And full function. Well, so I assume if it implements declaration backend, it also implements primitive type source, right? And for definition backend, well, it returns full functions. Full function. Why did you call it full function? Why did you call it full function? Let me actually take a look, if you don't mind. Crane lift is gonna, or I'm gonna take crane lift at some point. Oh my god, everything is in one file. Well, that's actually pretty short. 300 lines. Function signature, name, params, vector of symbol, return of symbol. Alright, you don't have types. Backend doesn't implement display. It's fine, I can figure out. Undefined number boolean. Hold on, why is it types and not type? Nigel, why is it types and not type? I mean, sure, as you wish, but like, to me it feels weird. Yeah, but oh my god, you imported everything. Why? Sure, I'm not the person to judge your design, I guess. Like myself, I would probably make some of this public. Most of this public, actually. Because Rust. No, I normally write Orco : type. Because I want to distinguish between type inside of the backend and type inside of Orco. Finalization commit. It's far from finalization. Okay, PTS. Boolean undefined boolean number. Oh my god. Up to date with C. Well, yeah, C backend. Actually, it's not. I think I added stuff to C backend. Well, we can check. I'm gonna read it. We can check. If I do this and hide, yeah, here cgen. I've also added global. because function calls. Oh, and right, I literally added function calls. Hold on, I forgot to mention. So it's not quite up to date, I think. Yeah. I committed it, as you can see. Don't hurry. Well, hold on, because cast API is probably gonna go, and I'm just gonna replace it by function calls, cause why not? Because it should be like functions or intrinsic functions. Yeah, as I was saying it, I felt like it. Yeah, cast bindings are on their way. It's just gonna take a while. So you've got a little bit to catch up on. Well, yeah, if you want, we can wait for finalization commit. But yeah, I was actually going to remove casting API right now, and I'm not quite sure how to best do it. Because I'm not even sure about functions calling API. I am pretty sure, but I am not completely certain. Because, like, I mean, this looks perfect, doesn't it? Also, can you have a... are you already dealing with undefined function, undefined type variables? Can you console? Oh my god, can I clear all of this? So var x equals undefined. Actually, you can. Okay, so this is something you can do on like C, where in C you can't do void x. Hold on, how is this like valid JavaScript? What is the void keyword? What is void? Hold on. So you don't have to do this. For C, you can just ignore unit values. Void operator evaluates the given expression and then returns undefined. Oh wow, I did not know this existed. Const output equals void 1. Output is undefined. Whatever. They don't say use the precedence. They say just put parentheses around it. Because yeah, the precedence is pretty annoying to deal with. Anyway, so while this looks pretty good, what about so if I want intrinsics, kinda like cast or binary operators, I'm just gonna do function, right? I'm just gonna do function calls, right? I'm not sure. I'll just rewrite it from scratch. So yeah, what would you say, actually, about removing cast? So should I have like cast and add, just as an example? Or yes, HS. and then sub, and then like move, leave, you. So do you think all of this, do you think we should do all of this, or do you think we should instead just use the call and pass in like different functions? On the other hand, like since call takes an operand, or instead of an operand, we could do a callee. So I'm leaning away from this, from all of this definitely, and for cast, we'll probably just do the same thing. Zero cost. They aren't zero cost. Let me show you why. Well, they don't allocate one more variable. It's just SSA. Have you heard of SSA? Well, this is basically SSA. Except that variables are not single state. So they can be mutable. Okay, can I get rid of all of this horrible mess? With main. Wait. Int main. Cgen just allocates more variable. One more variable. It doesn't allocate, it just assigns. Cgen never allocates variables on behalf of the frontend. Frontend allocates all the variables. So you want me to show you cast? Oh wait, S does not work. Okay, so if I do -1 to int 8t or char, I guess. Well, because if you read it, if you would read the description, or literally the function signature, cast doesn't even take a type that you cast into. Cast literally casts to the type of the destination variable. And that's the whole point of cast. Okay, sign char x equals -1 x. Okay, here's the cast. Well, let's make it clearer. Here. We can look at the gray line. It expands into two lines. So it uses EAX as a temporary variable, but the most important part is move SX, where SX means signed extend. So if you have a single byte signed variable and you want to cast it to a 4-byte variable, you need to do sign extension. And you're talking about Cgen implementation of cast. Well, Cgen implementation of cast should be correct, right? Should be like what I was talking about. Cgen cast. Hi Jax, have not seen you in a while. So here, if it's void, then we just assign to the destination. Hold on, what? Oh, if it's void, then comment. Hold on, how can you cast void to something? I should also put like or return is to y is void. Yeah, this should actually be void. This t info is it var info? Yeah. This t info, so I can replace this by tst info here. That is better. And here as well. So yeah. Oh wait, it's not gonna work. Whatever. You wanna go to Belarus? Sure. Then go there. I actually am not sure how easy it is right now. Well, I guess it's relatively easy to get there. It's not as easy to leave. Anyway. PayPal is not available. And it will probably never be. Well, I mean, you can use it to pay.
Can you read chat, please?
Chat. That's just C being weirdly signed. It's not C! Okay, Nigel, if you want to cast a single byte signed variable to a 4-byte signed variable, you must do sign extension. Because if the variable is a negative, you can't just left pad it with zeros, you must left pad it with ones, or with sign bits. That's how signed extension works. That's how casts work. And yeah, CGen's implementation of cast. You just assign operand to a variable. And I explicitly added the cast that uses the type of this variable. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Well, yeah, but this is just how it works. IE as ref. Ideally. Well, I mean, so Rust doesn't have any casting, so like native casting traits. And well, during the cast you must perform an operation because well, it's either I'm saying money. Equipments. What kind of equipment do you need to develop a game engine? So yeah, a cast is like most of the time you will be casting between different sized variables or different sized types, which means you at least need to move or copy. Rare Linux build one. Good question. Great question. At some point. I'll probably do Satan processes at some point soon. By the way. So yeah, cast Docker image. Well, for a Docker image you need a Linux build, don't you? And you need even more of a Linux build. It's like, for Docker build is like 100 times harder because you need GUI, and Docker and UI is annoying. Docker, well, maybe it does. But yeah, it's probably easier to port to Linux. Actually, maybe it's not. But like Linux port is still worth it. Welcome back, Penguin Operator. So yeah, anyway. Should I keep the cast or should I remove the cast? because this is not a like overridable cast. This is the cast that should not go back and care about types. Well, I probably will make a scene layer that will do type checking and forward calls to a different backend. Well, I said I'm gonna probably do processes at some point soon. By the way, Jax, do you even know what happened to site in like the past few months? I have not submitted any pull requests because I have not made much progress, like visible. Rework Arch was this actually the latest commit? Wait, no, April, May. Oh wait, it's an order from top to bottom. Satan stream. You did not vote for the Satan stream. You did not get the Satan stream. If you want, I can vote for the next stream, for tomorrow's stream. You can literally make a poll right now. I don't think YouTube cares. So yeah, we have like 2 viewers here. 1 poll. Yeah. Your manager's bad. That's bad. By the way, also, I wanna do a portfolio for myself. Because I got told that I should get one. I have some ideas about it, I have not started working on it, and I hope I will not... I will stream. I don't know. It's gonna be front-end mostly. I don't know. Probably not. I'll show it on stream. I might even make a video about it. A quick, like now that I think about it. If I make a video about it, it's gonna be a 20-second video. Because I have no idea what to put into a video. I'm also making a video right now about one Minecraft related thing. Some Jira. I have never used Jira. And I have no idea what it's meant for. Even. So yeah. Not using types enough. What do you mean? You mean types as in states? Or so like I'd have a separate type for when you enter an if condition, an if statement, so that you can build the then part and the else part. Imagine that. Or you mean like types as in no type checking? Okay, I'm gonna create a poll. If Nigel doesn't want to do that. Manage poll. New poll. Wait, it's not the keybind. Hold on. Allow additional votes. I wish I could allow additional votes, but deny, but like limit them to like 10 at most. Okay, okay, sure, I'm gonna allow additional votes. Here. So why is it pub struct variable pub size? Well, that's because a variable ID must be accessible. EI startup. Startup. Okay. Now I obviously can vote myself and I have many channel points to waste on it. Anyway. Something tells me that this poll is just gonna end in emptiness. Backend should not know ID. But no, it should. Hold on. Well, look. Backend literally creates a variable with public identifier. And actually, backend literally, I'm pretty sure backend is the one. Hold on. Yeah, backend has to know IDs because backend is the one assigning IDs. Like here or here. Like that's why. Should be no way to construct a variable. There should be no way to construct a variable. Then how would you actually construct it? So you mean opaqueness of types? Be opaque. Myself. Yeah, I made it public for CFFI. Like the only other. That's not the key I should have pressed. The only other way, the only other proper way of. Come on, it's like Rust has this. Give me a random identifier. Or okay, let's just use doxer. Let's do doxrs stringleton. Oh my god, doxrs stringleton here. So stringleton symbol. Well, STD API is just something. new unchecked SSTR SPTR to FFI from FFI. Yes, it is unsafe, but like in my case it doesn't have to be unsafe. So yeah, that's the whole point. So like it's easier to work with because traits are a bit annoying. No, I had, yeah, okay, so there is a way you can do it. You could do type variable here and then you would return self variable. So you could do that and then variable would be opaque, just like you want, but it's not as nice to see. It's not gonna be as nice to see because I have no idea how to transpile it cleanly. Oh, and yeah, dynamic compatibility. Well, we don't have it anyway. DIN compatibility is like one of the points why I did not want to do this initially. And DIN compatibility is already lost because of this. Because I can't return a dynamic. Well, I could return a dynamic, but then, like, I can't really, you know, I can't really do this. Unless we do another definition backend, which has a, which is like dynamic definition backend. It's gonna return a dynamic this, and then we automatically implement it, which I guess is valid, you know. shine once you unshackle them from the chains of dynamic compatibility. Yeah, I guess. But like, so I like the new type indices. Well, symbol is just strings. Nothing's stopping you from creating a random symbol that's not that's anything. Like, okay, so if you're saying variables are bad, define function, you can literally put any string in here, and it's gonna return you a code gen. Or well, it's gonna crash because the function doesn't exist. So that's the thing. And yeah, exactly. No, not rewriting it in Python. It must be statically typed. Orco will be written in a statically typed language. Must be. Because yeah, imagine you will need to implement all those traits in C at some point. Well, I will need to. So how would this look like? Did I? Not really. So declaration backend provide an opaque ID. That's another thing actually. Because declaration, yeah, declaration backend and definition backend are decoupled. Like only thing that couples them is primitive type source, and also type. Type is an enum. You can literally create any symbol here or an error. It's like type. So you have primitive type source which returns some kind of type. So, which returns types, primitive types, and then you can just use them here. And nothing is stopping you from taking primitive type source of a whole another backend. Is interested in OS kernel dev. Well, Satan is a kernel. So yeah. I might need to balance it out a little bit. Here. I'm gonna balance it out a little bit. So yeah. If this returns an ID, that's annoying. Cause so it's gonna be more annoying in frontends because you can get a symbol name easily. The simple no. 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 That's gonna break the whole API. That's terrible. For multiple reasons. Hi, Nico. So imagine, every time you declare a function, it's gonna return if only it was so easy. So imagine every time you declare a function, it returns a whole new backend. That makes no sense, first of all. Second of all, you see this takes self as immutable, which means definition backend must work in asynchronously. So the point is you can call define function multiple times, get multiple code gens, and code gen them simultaneously.
Okay, let's go.
And that's like important. And another thing, I don't want to store state. And also declaration. So you can have declaration backend without a definition backend. And you can use declaration backend without defining any functions there. Yeah, I forgot to tell you that. But like that's important. And JavaScript probably does not support it. Sorry. So it would be like as if you. So like declaration backend serves two purposes. One for declaring all the functions in order to use them in the definition backend, and another one for where you would only use declaration backend to create bindings. Restoring signatures, I guess. Oh, that's a bad way. That's a waste of space. I know. I can tell. No. So like. Why does definition backend not provide? Well, because I wanted to. Because I wanted to. Okay, so. The question is. Is it good enough to integrate a V8 engine in your game engine and use TypeScript as a scripting language? Well, I don't know. See, the best scripting language on the planet is Ruby. As we... Just kidding. I mean, actually, does V8 engine, whatever this is, I have never used it, support TypeScript without JavaScript? If so, then maybe. But I don't know. I have not seen JavaScript or TypeScript used much, like embedded much in stuff, because there are Lua and C# for this most of the time. Or you can do Java. Well, no, you can't really do Java. And C# is gonna be pretty annoying. But Lua is easy. No, you do need a compiler for this. See, I don't know. If you need a compiler into even if you need to compile it to JavaScript, then I'd say not worth it. Just use Lua or something. I did some crazy things trying to make traits in TypeScript. I'll show it, I guess. Well, I'm gonna have to make traits in C, so yeah. I did not finish my sentence. Declaration backend is there not only because you need to forward declare all the functions before using them in definition, but also because we want to generate bindings. So imagine a case where this Sage is gonna compile. Imagine a case where we have a library. For example, give me a good example of a Rust library. Well, for example, Gang. Sure. Gang, the game engine. Okay, I'm gonna take a look at this. So C# good or bad idea with Mono? Mono is outdated. I'm pretty sure Mono is not supported anymore. I don't know. You've heard of Cherno, right? Well, he had videos on integrating C# into a game engine. Did he use Mono? I'm pretty sure Mono was still around when those videos came out. But yeah, I don't know. So, Nigel. Imagine we take Gang, we compile it using Orco into C, and then we use declaration backend. We implement it for Rust language, and force Orco and and put Gang through this declaration backend, and it would generate those function signatures in Rust, so that you can use, or like, For example, C++. You would call declaration backend for C++ or like any other language, C#, Java, anything. It would generate function declarations. And then when you link it eventually, it will generate, it will link to the gang that was compiled or transpiled to C, and it would work. Because like declaration backend can make a much more complex API that allows it. I don't want a much more complex API. I want a simple API. And so I decided to not reprovide signatures here because, well, first of all, actual code gen backends like CraneLift or LLVM will not need your signatures. Second of all, or like you fork Orco and maintain Orco work out harder. No, contribute not fork. So what was I saying? Yeah. If I reprovide the signature here, then you'll need to convert it again to the signature of your backend. Whether you could just clone the one that was provided here. Well, actually, I don't know. Like, C# embedding. I should have done embedding C# instead of C# embedding, because this is AI. 40 years ago. What's about however any same? C# into C++. Okay, this is showing too much AI. Well, Jaxa was asking about C#. And also Lua isn't typed, which for me at least it is a roadblock. .NET Core. Well, I don't know. I guess you search on YouTube or something. Because Mono is outdated. And I assume Cherno used Mono, so I guess it's outdated. One Coder has some nice videos of embedding Lua. Yeah, true. I'm pretty sure he did one recently. Relatively recently. Look at the gist. Oh, right. Option. Result. You didn't name a nums, Nigel. Dark mode. Oh, come on. Is Dev Ninja here? Why would you need dark mode? I never used GitHub in dark mode. That's just part of me. Namespace using interfaces. Expert interface show. Show a function. Okay, zoom in. I also don't like zooming in, but for the sake of the stream, sure. Okay, interface show, interface num. Add div. Divide show. T extends num and show. Result of T string. This is confusing. A little bit. A divide, A, B. Well, dynamic dispatch basically. Ooh, you did this, right? That's true. But did you have to extend it? Oh no, using vtable, what? Well, using vtable, like, what's the point? What's the difference? Oh, because you pass. Oh my god, you pass vtables separately. Ow. Now, imagine if you could, in here, you could do something like t.num, and this would return the vtable. Cannot divide this by 0 is this. Using global impulse. What is a type I? Oh my god. What is this? Context impulse. No. Oh god, what is this? Why is it so ugly? Okay, context. You pass in context now. Impulse type ID. Impulse num. Oh my god. Return. Okay, is a function. Hold on. What? But you're not calling this function. You're returning okay, where k is the function. You were supposed to call this function, aren't you? Yeah. Oh wait, it's. Oh wait, it's macro. Oh my god. It's like macro assembler or whatever. It's like you generate first. Comp time and runtime exactly. Oh my god, what is this? Well, you already have generics. While you can still use monojax, I would not recommend it because it's outdated. And it doesn't receive updates. Here. Mono project has been an important part of the .NET ecosystem. Microsoft became the third. This was in 2019. The Wine HQ organization will be taking over the servers with the Wine Mono. It takes a modern fork of Mono runtime and the .NET runtime repo. So this. So Jax, if you want C#, you do .NET runtime. Maybe it's the mono kind of thingy. Lua doesn't have a type system. Well, it does have type hints, but that's about it. No, you want to. Well, also for C# there are many libraries. Like people all integrate C#. Maybe you want to integrate Java. Think about it. Or a JVM, any other JVM language. For that matter. It would also make it easy to make mods. But then, I would suggest making a game engine in the language that you would do scripting for, in Java in this case. Because that would be easier. Well, on the other hand, it's gonna be slow because Java is Java. And like any VM language for that matter. Anyway, so I did not check the prediction actually, or poll. View results. Oh my god, why does it pop out? No, it doesn't even pop out. Vote breakdown. Everyone voted Satan. Okay, sure. Automation is against. Okay. Error. Okay. Error. Okay. Begin does not implement now in show. Now in show. Yeah, wow. So yeah, Nigel, any other complaints you had about API, and what do you think about it now? And you still didn't answer about casts. Well, I guess you did kinda. What did I spend the second hour of the stream on? Did not do anything. Okay, so comments, call, cast API. I want to get rid of cast API, but on the other hand, I'm gonna do to do like this. Removed in favor of self call and intrinsics. Okay, it not self caution apparently. Okay, so so intrinsics. Do we do something like primitive type source but for intrinsics instead? So you'd have a fan. Well, you'll probably have a separate trait for it, but like it's gonna be, or maybe you won't. If an add func will return an operand. Oh, it might also take type. Do you think this has potential? Or do we should we create intrinsics separately? Add for void doesn't make sense. I mean, blame runtime, I don't care. Then we'll move everything to runtime. Or std. So all those functions are gonna be declared in std. Well, we need intrinsics. We need intrinsics somehow. I'm not quite sure what to do with this. So what did I change? Yeah, is void fix and to do. No commit message. Well, not the proper one. Okay, let's pick something to implement. Something that would push us forward. Rust, by example. Rust, examples. I know. Okay, sure, Rust by examples. By example. Hello world. Traditional hello world. Actually, yeah, we should probably try doing this at least. That would require STD though. Okay, what does it yield? Alright, many things. Also, Nigel, if you want to try Rust C stuff, well, there is test.sh which just builds Rust C and then invokes Rust C on simple RS with CodeGen backend. So all you should need is well, there is a Rust toolchain file, so it should just work out of the box. It should download all the components, and everything. Now, what do we have here? We have multiple variables. Oh, this is gonna be scary. Oh my god, generics are here already. Generics and traits and everything. Yeah, we're not doing Hello World. We're not doing Hello World. Right. Like, this code doesn't do anything. It does have a rate though. Leave it to Rust to overcomplicate Hello World. Well, no, Hello World is not that overcomplicated. It's just that it has traits. And constant variables have an issue. Like this. Main promoted 0. I don't really get it. Like everything else is already implemented. It's just traits and STD and promoted stuff. Wait, actually, promoted stuff might be because of Rust, because of Hello World. Well, I don't think it is though. Anyway, I don't want to test right now. So let's try this. Mutable equals true. What? Error type of variable. I'm gonna comment this out. Well, of course it errors because Rust. Okay, so we have. Oh my god, why are there scopes? Debug logical const true. Oh wait, it's all optimized away. Hold on. Okay, maybe actually not quite. Well, there are a lot of LEDs early. Then there are const, aggregate. Yeah, actually, this is pretty simple. We're pretty close to doing this. We just need aggregation and tuples. Yeah, tuples are difficult. Tuples are tough. But they're like important. So what can we do for tuples? Well, obviously a struct. Well, I guess I'm gonna leave it to backend actually to create tuples and keep um keep them always. Like make sure that they're always there. So it panicked at declare moderates. Wait, it panicked at declare. Line 34. Array. Oh right, it's conversion of types. Oh yeah, arrays. I guess we should do it now. Like I'm so unsure because I feel like something in the API, like kind of like variables, for example. Oh, and here another reason to not use variable. Yeah, I'm not sure about integer size. Yes, I did. I'm pretty sure I added it on the last stream. And that's for global symbols where you wanna call functions, for example. Well, in my case, it was just calling functions. Okay, so yeah, let's just follow Rust by example. Let me open README. What is README? Hot code reloading, just in time, compilation, debugging, interpreting, cross compilation, LSP features. Yeah. This one is going to go to a different project. Not that old. This part is years old. Lags behind a lot of rewrites. Why am I even keeping it? Legs behind. Oh, you're right. Here, it's no longer lags behind. Currently going through the page. Oh wait, how do you do? How do you do this? Right, this should work. Yeah, no. Wait, that's an image. Oh, wait, an image with an exclamation point. I mean raw URL. Well, actually, I'm gonna include it. Through sum of Rust by example. I'm not gonna worry about it. Okay. Integer size. simple readme. Wait. Keep this. Update. Readme. I need to discard those. Now. I should probably like, there is more. I probably committed like a few of those. Need to like fix this. Okay, what do we do with this? So if we're going through Rust by example, then we need to do constants. Let me comment out arrays for now. Wait, I don't need this. Actually, I should probably not be doing this. I should just do this. Okay, this is better, arguably, than a split layout. And actually, like, if I want split, I will do a vertical split anyway. Oops, that's the wrong one. Oh, this. If we run this, ow. What? What did you just generate? Huh, actually. Okay, so _1 and _2. Are well, _1 is i64, _2 is i32. Yep, that works. Now this part, I don't quite understand how this happened, because it should have been at least comments. Code gen function. So a statement. Well, it's a comment. If it's this, then it should have been a comment. Yeah, it's not this. How? How does it? Did it? Why? Like, actually, how? How is this happening? It's not just semicolons, it's literally Rust MIR inserted into the mix. Might have been this. Might have been the comment that's messed up. Cgen. Did I actually? Oh my god, I actually did this. All this time, comments were not commenting. Here. Comments were not commented. And were just inserted. I never did this. Okay, so now we at least know why. Our value const. Directly comes from the... No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. And it shouldn't because frontends may have different ways of commenting. Okay, Erveli, what do we have? Um, how does it? Oh, it's just use operand. Um, this rewrite is recent. Which? Why does it? Oh wait, here. Oh right. What do you mean by this rewrite? Well, yeah, I guess it is kind of recent. Although it is so, Crane Lift backend has been untouched for more than this rewrite, and it's still in the source tree, for example. Okay, so what do we have for CodeGen? Do I actually not have any assignment, any way of assigning? Like, actually, hold on. What is the point of assigning an operand? Well, I mean, cast. I guess cast is kind of assignment. I mean, I mean. Should we just use cast? Define assign. I'm gonna change this to assign. Value to a variable. Cast is gone now. Yeah, but I don't know about it. I don't know much about it. I don't really know about it. Okay, so if value is void, then we'll just comment. And here I'm just gonna get rid of the type. So I'm gonna comment out the cast. I'm gonna comment out the cast and like copy, oops, and copy this. Put it here. So yeah, I'm not sure. Well, now this works a little bit better. But we still are yet to add type suffixes. Or do we need type suffixes? Because an operand, well, does an operand have to have a type? Oh my god, don't fall into the design part again. Okay, okay. So why do we even have operands when we could actually just do only variables and yeah, and then name variables values? Shorten the code, I guess. So instead of operands, we could just only have variables, and then we would do fn const iconst self value. And this would return a variable, and this probably can take multiple self. And then just use that variable instead of a constant. I don't know. Is it better or is it worse? Because I copied this from Rust, basically. to not have as many variables. So like constants are operands. I'm not sure about it. Okay, so what do we have here? What should I do? So like before, it was type value, and then all of this would return a value, an SSA value. But so why not use SSA values? Because variables may have projections. Well, we may need to work with variables projections. Because a variable can be a struct of any size, and the variable can also be part of a generic, so we can't spread it. Yeah, generics are a thing that I really need to factor in when I do decisions. So a variable can have a generic type easily. Yeah, how am I going to do generics? I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea. So if a function is generic, we do this. We'll need to instantiate them. We'll need to. Oh my god, it's gonna be so much work. Well, actually, maybe not. I just don't know. I just don't know how to do it. Okay, so I was thinking about generics. I'm just losing my mind now. So let's go into Rust C. This, because Rust C also has. Alright, operand. Rust C also has operands. An operand can be a copy of a place, move of a place, or a constant, which is like makes sense. And we also treat copy and move the same way. Although we shouldn't, probably. But I can see there is no way to differentiate. Now, constant. So constant can be a constant coming from a type system. Type and const. Change this up a little bit. Val3 to const val. Okay, so this is a query, so we need a TCX. Val3 to const val. Key value, constant value. Okay, so this has ty and value. Why does this have ty and value and this have value and ty? Okay, so this takes value, returns mir const value, and this will just return, well, and obviously ty. And this will just return value in ty. This semicolon here. Well, actually, no. We'll do this, and then we do. Wait, we do need. What? Hold on. So this is. Again, here. Here. Finally, formatting makes sense. Okay, so we have this and this value and ty now. Value can be, so constants can be scalar, ZSTs, which are function pointers, for example, slices. Used for references to unsized types with sliced tail. Well, I wish we took common constants from HIR or something, because like MIR uses bytes already. The allocation storing the slice contents, alloc ID, meta. The metadata field of the reference. This is the target usize, so we use U64 as in the interpreter. Okay, whatever. So this is a slice. Indirect. Well, this is basically just bytes, and this is a scalar. Oh my god, what is indirect? Not even sure. But so this is scalars, and I'm gonna consider this a scalar, and basically slices and other kinds of bytes. A scalar can be a pointer. And then there is a scalar int, which we also don't know the size of, or type of. Well, signedness. Do we have any negative values here? We don't, which means this is actually a unary. Oops. Oh, missing icons. Hold on. No, I cannot do that. Yeah, maybe we get rid of assigned integer constant and only use uconst, only keep uconst. Expected value found const. Where is it? Val3. So takes ty value. And this is ty const. Const kind. Const kind. Oh my god. Well, this can be a value. Bound const. I'm gonna put it to do there. I'm just gonna do this. Then how did it turn? Okay, now okay, so there is a const, there's a negative value. Where does it get? Where do we get a negative value? How do you know it's assigned int? Well, you don't, right? Well, you don't. Oh, that's super annoying. Well, actually, we do have a type, so I could check if type is signed here. Is signed. That is perfect. This is here. To bits. Unchecked. To I128. To int. Is there two ints unchecked? To target this, to target that. To string, to fingerprint, to result, try to bool. Allocate as well. Okay, we could do to int or uint. Oh, it's still gonna sign extend. Oh, that's right. Value size. 2 uint. Well, that should work. Come on, stop doing this. I'm not really used to toggling the terminal this way. Okay, now we have negatives again. More constant fixes are on the way. Including sizes of constants. Since we have the type, we should also here. Here. We should also include the size. So it's either so it is either a size. Let's go check. Let's go check here. So this is the size raw from bits from bytes. Wait, how do you know the size? Unless it's like target size type. Also, this never assumes the target size type can be a 128-bit value. Value print. Can a value be okay, an integer scalar? Can it be a size type? Okay, give me a use size. Okay, so all the assigns, everything else is like optimized away. Well, I could drop logical. Drop a float and integer. Default this. Convert type. Mutable. Helixing. Thank you. The raw mutable. Again. Come on. Okay, this generated much more. Oh, look at that! It calls Chromium drop. Oh my god, so many basic blocks, so many. Well, it doesn't really matter. We don't do control flow yet. Okay, Boolean double. int32 double, which is f64. Yes, right. int32 int64. Why is it in such a weird order? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 13, 14, 16, 18. Where did underscore 3 go? Oh wait, did it Cooler. Oh wait, all those underscore 3 underscore something are void values, right? Okay, so a logical float, yeah, right? Double integer inferred type, which is i64, then another i64. Wait, what? Oh wait, or this is another. Well, i32 and bool. Yeah, because it for some reason it generates more. Probably SSA. Okay, now underscore 2 equals underscore 1. Drop to 4 equals large number. Okay, this number is too large. Okay, so we drop underscore 2, we drop underscore 4. So underscore 4 is this. What? Is this for this 5? Underscore 2 equals 1. Also, is this an integer? Hold on, what? Changing encoding of naturals as recursive type. Yeah. I don't like this. I never really like this. Okay, so what's wrong? So first of all, why is this 1? Oh, wait, it's... Hold on, it's 2 that is... Oh my god, this is true. This is true. This is 1.0. Oh no, this is 3.0. Oh no, we need floating point constants and Boolean constants. Who would have thought? Who would have thought that every single scalar type could be that? Okay, let's check types. Oops. So type is a type kind, which is bool char. Yeah, character. By the way, I don't know how to do characters. Because those are Unicode characters. No. 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 Okay, we have int a float. So a float, char, or bool are what we should worry about. Y dot point f const. Oh, and yes, size is an issue. Or somehow figure out how to do recursive types so that you can use church. I know. So introduce between types, or well, if you're using charge encodings and charge representations, then maybe you should try to figure out how to do recursive types. Well, everything is a function. right? You don't need types because you have functions. And a function maps from a value to a value, where a value is a function. So yeah, you don't need types. You just need functions. You're making a typed lambda calculus. Yeah, but everything has a type. It's just a function. Right? I'm confused. Okay, so I don't know how to introduce sizes here. It could also be a function that returns another function. Well, exactly. A function always returns another function. Or you could do two types. A function and a unit. I don't know. But the unit is a function that returns itself, isn't it? For all nonsense. Floating point constant. F const. F. Is there F128? Oh, there is. Oh god, there is. Well, now there is no hash here. No, wait, you do. F128, okay, F64. So how do I do sizes? Well, I mean, it doesn't include types. Does it include types? Oh, I know. Should I include types? Well, I do kind of need to include types in here. But we can deduce a type. Can we not? Well, I just need size, right? What about size types then? Why is it so annoying? So U8, U16 for size. And here we'll do integer size. Both not is 0. What does this mean? Underscore is not 0 and not true. Underscore false would be allowed. Not as polymorphic. Well, no, because true and is 0 have the same type. Because it's a function. Those are functions that return other functions. No, they don't. What do you mean they don't? True is just a function. Different arities. What is an arity? I don't remember. Oh, it's dark outside. What time is it? It's just 7 p.m. Oh my god. I'm literally waiting for it to be 9. So late. Okay, let's just create an enum. Public enum integer size. Debug partial q partial old hash integer size. Old. Well, that's self-explanatory. Beats number of bits, size type, use I size, use size key, size in Rust, or all this should be I, U, in C. Kinda like okay, now we've got where size is specified in bits. This is so untyped. Okay, booleans and strings both happen to be ADTs with two variants, but that's just a coincidence. I still don't really know what this means. Also, YouTube check. Remind me to do this. Because YouTube doesn't update by itself. Value size. To the bits. And then icons will do ty.is size. Is you size like? Is you size, is I size? Is sized? Is you size? Why is there is you size but no is I size? And then I'll list nil cons. Alright. Is ptr sized integral? Is ptr sized integral? Okay, so it's this. Wait, no. If else bits value size bits as underscore. Okay, so this would work. Okay, not that. Now, this is gonna break CGen, of course. But it's an easy fix, right? I just need to provide sizes here. And also I need to add fconst. Right. So I'm gonna exploit it. Obviously. Say const, you const, fconst. Okay, good. Yes, that's a little bit of a hack. So it just takes the type. And then for doubles, I don't really need to do anything. And right, this should be call the method. Oops. Okay, so size, and then here value dot float to float f. Why did this have to be generic? Half single. Oh wait. What is that? IEEE float quad S. Okay, I wanna see ow. Yeah, float 128s are not gonna be supported yet. To bits to U. Okay, to F64, for example. Can I give the floating point value? Okay, can I do well, I don't know the beats actually. Going through to uint. Well, you're not going to through to uint. Self to beats, from beats, no wait, this requires work. Well, I'm gonna match value size. Bytes. F16 from bits, value to 16. Or 8. Invalid or unsupported floating point literal type is literal size or if stone s underscore 64. Oh, F16 is also not there yet. Oh wait, I don't need Lithuania. I just need a comma here. Now, let's see. Um, 18 underscore 18. Okay, 1 ULL 1. Just 1. It's underscore 4. Okay, that's a bool. Wait, no, this is a float. This is a bool. Yeah, we'll need to do bools. But floats now. Well, they don't quite format as expected. Well, at least one digit after the periods. Okay, that is better. However, there is a little bit of a problem if I do a drop 3.1415926. So some digits of pi. It's gonna truncate to 3. So how do I transform float full precision? $32. What if I want it to be just one digit if it's nothing, and more digits if it's something? Round DPU strategy, what? Gamma function. Is infinite, is infinite, 2 bits, 2 bytes. Okay, how can I format a float properly? Subnormal. Thankles. Okay, so value. How do I do this? fractional part is 0. What is underscore? Well, I guess I could just check if it's 0. I guess this else val to string. I don't know if there is a built-in formatting for it. There should be. I don't know if any, but there should be. Let's trust decimal, great. Well, now that's better. So that all checks up except for booleans and I guess characters. So at the top I'm also gonna drop A. This should not, hold on, this should not compile. Wait, no, this should compile because it just moves. Whatever. 97 ULL, yeah, characters. Oops. Character equals char. Well, should I have Unicode characters or? So like characters differ between languages, right? So should we just give up on characters? And booleans, I mean, well, characters useful, I guess. Like here's where languages are different. Well, I guess, I mean, I could do is UTF-8. I guess I could do this. If ty is char, kind char. Is there any other kind of char here? Like, I'm not sure about characters because it doesn't really matter. Yeah, I think I'm not gonna do characters. Like, doesn't matter. Booleans though. Well, we're not gonna do booleans either. So integer constant, assigned integer constant, floating point constant. And yeah, floats are a little bit non-deterministic. Others are just gonna be other. So yeah, with that, work constant work. With that we have arrays, and arrays are not gonna be as easy. Use declare again. So how does it handle arrays? Oh, so it does aggregation. That is interesting. Can you declare mother as let's make it into it. No, we're fine. Wait. So we need declare mode. Erase. Erase. TY length. Oh no, a length is a type constant. How do I get stuff from it? It's like a constant of a type system. Rust has so many built-in types. Yeah, isn't that nice? Isn't that awesome? Kind flags. Maybe. Can I get the value? I don't think I can get the value because how do you do array types? Well, wait, we don't have array types in C. I give up. It's impossible. Orc is impossible, never gonna be finished. No. Because you can't do this, right? No it doesn't. I'm gonna prove it to you. Unless... Oh, actually... Well, actually no. Because function parameters... Wait, that's not how it works. So this is not a thing, right? You can do this, which is like, yeah, why would you not put it in type? I don't know. Now, if I do parameters, I'm pretty sure I can also do this as well. Oh, yeah, redeclaration, sure, whatever. Yes, I can. Oh my god, that's gonna take a while. Because array types require special formatting. And yeah, I don't want to do this right now. We did decent trope, right? Where's the Orco? We added sizes to constants finally. So this is pretty good. Yeah, if it does aggregation, if it does a constant, I don't know. We'll worry about it later, next time. So maybe let's get closer to the end of the stream. 7:27. For me, 3 hours. Not bad. Yeah, but C doesn't support like that literal way of typing stuff. So yeah, we'll also need to worry about constants from type system, which kind of means I need to get generics working before I can actually do other things. Christoph's working on JSON alternative. Huh. That's the only compiler tag guy, unfortunately. Well, there are a few people who I'm following. Okay, so yeah, we might need generics or like at least type system and figure out associated stuff. Anyway, Nigel, wanna raid? You wanna raid? You know, we to make parameter of function have type sized array. What do you mean? Literally, it just literally compiles. I thought of it first, but then I tried it and it just works. Well, it seems to at least. Ciproc. No, Ciproc is angry. Oh, Ciproc is angry because return. We are GCC. Clang. Oh, Clang is angry. Oh, that's because main, right? It's just sugar for an integer pointer. Oh, is it? Well, then, yeah, then it's tough luck. Well, we can wrap it in a struct, I guess. Struct. Huh? Wait, what? Oh, it's still compiling. Why is it still compiling? Hey, are you gonna finish compiling? I think this is secret. I mean, like actually, why is it taking so long? Anyway, let's rate somebody. We'll figure all of it out next time. And next time I'm just gonna procrastinate. Oh no. A fresh new day. At some point I'm gonna figure it out. Oh, it compiled. Yay. Anyway, thank you all for joining. I'll see you next time. Goodbye. I'll actually grab channel name. Goodbye, everyone.